Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How was your day? Hmm. While I'm waiting for all of you beautiful, beautiful souls to come on here, I'm going to bring up my comments if they will load. Yay. Okay, beautiful. We are on here. Okay, awesome. How are you guys doing today? Let me know in the comments. First and foremost, if you are new to my work, my name is Boston Summer, and this is the Holistic Mystic Show. And basically, the point of this show is to offer insight and trainings and live transmissions around the topics of entrepreneurship, around the topics of healing, and around the topics of really liberating the soul and figuring out these and navigating all of the things that come up on our journey as we are here alive in Earth School. And so today we're going to be talking about creating structure in your healing work. And so if you are ready to go deeper with yourself, not only yourself, but also with your clients, say hell yes in the comments. Be sure to share your questions in the comments as well. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and drop a hashtag replay. I love to see you guys coming on here and what is alive and active for you. So, I'm going to start off today with a little bit of a story of how I got here, why I can even talk about creating structure in your healing work. Hi, we've got Alana on here. Hello. So, hi. Oh my gosh. So I can remember when I started my Reiki business, I, w- well, first and foremost, I had like no business training. I was really kind of winging it, but I felt in my heart that this was what I was supposed to be doing, right? So I took the jump off the edge of the cliff and I went for it. I started my own business. I quit my day job. I was an esthetician and a spa worker. I did massage and facials, and I was actually facilitating my energy work in Reiki and reflexology in the spa. And I went all in and I said yes to my soul mission and I started my own company, my own business. And it was scary. And it was very challenging because all I really wanted, my heart and soul was to share my spiritual gifts with my clients, with my community, with the world so badly. Like it has been my deeply rooted seed of why I do everything is because I fully believe that I am a missioned soul here to accomplish a task on this earth. And I wanted to do that so badly, but I had to learn all the different challenges that comes with starting your own business, right? Like you have to learn about business stuff. You have to learn about, um, how to advance and continue your education and develop your skill set with your intuitive gifts. And I just was second guessing everything. I really didn't have this confidence built up and I felt like I was trying my hardest, but I was kind of just like spinning my wheels. I was able to get clients. I had some clients that followed me from doing hair. And then, because I started out as a hairstylist, and then they followed me to the spa where I did my spa work. And then they followed me to my spiritual coaching and energy work business. And I did my due diligence. I studied my butt off. I got certified in a few healing modalities and I practiced my butt off as well. I'm a firm believer that we always want to practice everything that we learn on ourselves before we bring it to our clients. Let me know if you resonate with that theology or that theory, or I guess it's not really theory, it's more of like a core value. I believe we always want to practice everything at least 50 to 100 times ourselves to be in integrity with that tool, with that practice, or that medicine. If you work with plant medicines, 50 to 100 times on ourselves before we bring it to someone else. And so I did my due diligence. I cultivated integrity with that. I apprenticed with my Reiki teacher and was able to help facilitate some of her Reiki classes and things like that. And I really kind of felt very overwhelmed. I was trying to puzzle piece all of these different modalities together and figure out a way to bring my reflexology and my energy work and my coaching and my chakra theology that I was studying. I was trying to figure out how to bring all of these beautiful um, tools and practices and exercises that I felt were very transformational in my life, and trying to bring them to like a cohesive, I see your comment. I'm going to read it in a second. I was trying to find a way to bring it into a cohesive framework, a cohesive process or flow for my sessions, right? And so I got very tired very fast. I was trying all these different things. And so I realized that this wasn't going to work long term. So I started studying the subtle nuances of my sessions. Like, I got out my pen and paper, I wrote out all the different little things that I noticed in my sessions, and I was really trying to figure out what was necessary to have long-lasting results in my healing work with my clients, and as well as like what actually worked for me when I was figuring out like how to create this deep inner transformation and how that would last long term. Okay, so Alana says practicing it on yourself gives you room to truly understand the impact that your work can have on a personal level. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that you bring that up. Totally. And it gives us a deeply rooted wisdom rather than just knowledge, right? Like, knowledge is knowing it with the mind. Wisdom is really embodying it and understanding it and not needing notes, not needing this or that, right? You can just riff at the top, like, you don't need anything. You can do it like the back of your hand, right? And so yes, I'm glad that you resonate with that. So going back to my story, it wasn't until I really saw like a specific pattern that then I was able to develop a synchronized process to guide my clients through, that I was finally able to relax my nerves and stop second guessing myself, and it creating this framework that I actually channeled a framework. It provided the stability and intention I needed for all of my sessions, for my energy work sessions, as well as my coaching sessions. And now I feel super confident about what I do because I have like a flow for every session. I don't need to make it up as I go. And it's all while allowing the session to be customized and curated to the individual. So having that core foundation really, really, really helped me to bring cohesiveness and also give my clients, something reliable to and dependable to, they know what they're going to get when they're coming into a session. And so the core pieces of the healing sessions are 5 steps. And some of the steps are definitely taught in the field, in the spiritual field, in the healing work field. And some of the pieces I had to really pull from, I'm sorry, I'm getting a notification. I have like attention span of like a squirrel. Okay, cancel clear. I'm working and learning how to multitask. Okay. So anyways, I really pulled these different steps that I found from these ancient traditions, right? And I was able to channel my own framework and be able to really see the impact that it was creating in my life as well as my clients. And so once you understand all these steps, then you're able to really, really, really get good at it. You're able to really let go of like being in your head about a session and just really being there to be of service, right? And so the 5 core steps, let me know in the comments if you want to know what the 5 core steps are. Okay, Alana says she signed up for the 5 pillars. Yes, and I will talk about this at the end, but I'm going deeper and going through each one of the steps in depth in the 3-day workshop that's coming up next week. Alana said it was so helpful the first time around. Yeah, and now you'll really be able to gain a deeper insight to all of the steps. So I'm so glad that that was helpful for you. That's good feedback. Thank you. So here are the 5 steps. Let me know in the comments if it would be helpful for me to share with you these 5 steps. So step number 1 is awareness. This is key when it comes to our consultations. You need to get super, super good at the consultation. You need to know how to pull out the information from your clients, right? Because they don't know what they can't see, right? They have blind spots. And so it's up to us as a practitioner to help draw them out. So the first step is awareness. They need to know what it is that is the block. And you as a practitioner need to know that also. Because then that leads us to the next step. Once you know what you're working and dealing with, then you can clear it out, right? So awareness also leads to acceptance. Once we are aware it's there, we can accept it's there, then we can clear it out, right? So the next step number 2 is cleansing. So this is where you're actually going to go in the energy work field or in the coaching consult and help to get this emotion out of the body, right? So sometimes we have to lean on our tools, especially in this step. The third step here is nourishment. So once we, pull the energy out of the body, we're left sometimes with like a big gaping hole, right? Like, what do we do when we have this wound left? Do you know? We need to nourish the wound. We need to tell that little child that they're safe. Maybe they're in a trauma response. And this is not to say that if you don't have trauma, if you're not trauma informed, to go and do trauma work, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they might be in a trauma response. You need to tend to the nervous system, because a lot of the times when this stuff comes up, then you're in a space of not feeling safe, that the emotion is alive and active. Hi, oh my gosh, I see you guys on here. So then we need to just tend to that, right? From that space of feeling nourished and supported, they're not alone. Doing the due diligence and the work of reassuring and telling telling them what they need, helping them to tell themselves what they need as well, right? We're not making them dependable on us. Then that leads us to the 4th step. The 4th step is empowerment. So once they're starting to feel safe and secure, they feel supported, they feel nourished, then they can really come out and come alive, right? But if they don't feel safe to come out and come alive, and you skip this step of okay, we cleared out the wound, now go out and be a badass, right? Like, no, we have to do the nourishment step. Then we can move into this empowerment phase, right? So what is it that makes you feel alive? What is it that brings joy and excitement and adventure to your life, right? So how can they get empowered? What is going to be the action plan to help them to um, reach whatever goal it is, or feel the way they want to feel is, right? Then the last step, the step number 5, is integration. So this is actually where you're going to take that action plan that you created in the empowerment phase, right? Like it's kind of empowerment's kind of like goal setting and envisioning. Now it's the fifth step is actually putting that into practice. So whatever that is, they need to know that they can come see you, but it's not going to actually, nothing is going to actually change long term unless they have an action plan to take home with them. This is a huge step that I see missing in so many places. And that's okay because they just don't know what they don't know. And that's why I feel so called to share about integration. Integration is how are you going to integrate or implement the change that occurred in the session in your everyday life, right? So we give them small bite-sized action steps to do this. Once you really fully understand these steps, then you have to practice, practice, practice. As I suggested, we want to practice this framework on ourselves before we practice on anyone else. Take a specific thing that's alive and active for you and walk yourself through this process 50 to 100 times, and then we work with our clients with it. When you practice, this will be the only thing that's going to help you develop that trust and confidence within yourselves and your intuitive gifts. Once you have the framework down, once you understand it and you know it like the back of your hand, then you can really bring more intuition and flexibility with the steps depending on what the clients need. Sometimes I find my clients are in a step for multiple sessions, and that's just how it is, right? It might take 3 or 4 sessions for the first step of awareness to really fully comprehend and grasp what it is that is the core root of whatever's going on. I do find it so much more nourishing and supportive to have support with a mentor when you're learning a new technique rather than doing it on your own. Once you practice enough, you will have the energetic bandwidth so that you aren't running around like a chicken with their head cut off like I did when I started trying to implement all these different strategies and because you go everywhere you look, there's a different strategy, there's a different way to do this and that. And with this framework, you can really take the framework and input whatever, tools or modalities or coaching like strategy into the steps. I have had clients who have been with me for over 10 plus years. They started with me when I did hair. And like I said, they moved with me to a spa, and then they moved with me when I started my own Reiki business because I knew the importance of investing my time and energy into learning everything I could and to help them feel better from the inside out. That was like always my little thing when I was a hairstylist. It was, I want to help them feel better from the inside out. Then that kind of, moved with me when I did spa. And then now that's completely stuck with me. Like we have to have our energy inside, our worthiness, our confidence structured and built from the inside. And then that's going to radiate out. And then you'll be magnet, what is it called? Magnify? No. I'm just gonna use a different word. You're gonna be attracting all the opportunities and the clients and the money and opportunities to you. But you have to be solid and secure in that space first. So how is this landing for you guys? Let me know in the comments. So if you want to go deeper into this framework so you can elevate your healing process and leave imposter syndrome at the door, you really want to have an easy to follow structure for every session, whether it's energy work or coaching, then come join us. I'm going to be having, as I mentioned, a 3-day workshop where we go into each one of the pillars in depth. And you can really see the power of this process as we apply it to one of your own focus points for your life. You're also going to get a bonus cheat sheet where I have like a protocol of essential oils that I suggest for each of the steps. And then you also, uh, I'm gonna be having a giveaway. I'm sorry, I like squirrel. I'm gonna be having a giveaway. If you attend all 3 days, you show up, you're active, you're participating, you will be entered into a giveaway valued at $222. And I will be announcing that giveaway winner at the end of day 3. So um, if you want the link to sign up and register, this is probably the last time I'll ever offer this workshop for free. I will be charging for it in the future because it's huge. Drop a star emoji in the comments and I will DM you and I'll send you the link. But I'm really excited. It's such a fun event. I have an assistant this time to help me kind of like navigate the chat box. And yeah, I'm really, really, really excited. I plan on recording this and selling it in the future also. So definitely get on the registration, what is it called? Definitely register and get on the list to join us. I would love to have you. We have almost like 20 beautiful souls who are going to be joining us. Yeah, so let me know what your key takeaway was at the bottom of this, in the chat box at the bottom of this video training. And I will see you guys soon. Um, like I said, next week is a workshop, so we'll focus on that. And I hope to see you there and meet you face to face if I haven't already. Once again, my name is Boston Summer. I'm a shamanic healer, and I am integrating my new title as client success coach. And yeah, go out there and shine your beautiful light with the world. Until we meet next time, namaste.